Hey everybody, this is Vesper, and this is the second part of the basic Leo Whitefang guide here that I'm doing. So this time we're going to go over the combos, the setups, and just the general gameplay, and maybe some counter stuff for Leo as well. I don't really know how I'm going to do this without a script, but I think I'll just explain kind of it all at the same time a little bit, but let's start with combos for sure first. So just keep in mind, guys, I'm going to be teaching really basic combos with Leo. Just stuff that I use because, you know, stuff that works generally for most of the cast because there are a lot of character specific combos in Guilty Gear. So let's just start with his normal bread and butter on the ground, which is kick slash heavy slash. Now, there's one thing you gotta know about this, is that if you do a max range kick, you're gonna get a far slash. So let me just get the distance here. Like that. If you do that, then the Rekkas aren't going to combo. So let me show the bread and butter one more time. Kick slash, heavy slash, and then the Rekkas. Or you can go like this, and you just do, just 2 Rekkas, and then you're in the back stance beside the opponent. And you can do either way, because if you go 3 Rekkas, you can go like this, right into the core circle forward heavy slash, and you're beside the opponent anyways. So that one, like the last part I showed you, will do a little bit more damage and it'll give the same result, but you still want to mix it up because when you're going like this, it takes the opponent from surprise, right? Because you're going right into it right away. You can go, you know what I mean? And then you're right into it. But if you do the entire Rekka, you're giving them some time to think, I guess. You know what I mean? So I say mix it up and do both. So, going back to what I was saying before, the max range kick. So if you try going to the Rekkas like this, let me get that distance again. See, it doesn't combo. And that's a huge problem. Like, you won't even... Sorry. It happens very often in matches, surprisingly. At least for me it does, man. It's kind of annoying. I think the only way to salvage it, if you guys can get that hit confirm, you can see that coming, you can go like this. And you can go a crouching dust and sweep them. And that will kind of salvage the combo, because then you can go into this setup here. And go, see? And then core circle forward, heavy slash, and then you're beside the opponent again. I think you can even OTG off it a little bit. Let me check here. Yeah, see? That's something I would do in that situation. So keep that in mind, but there are some other things you can do. Instead of going kick, one thing about this kick move, guys, is that it beats lows, and they can't throw you out of it too. The startup is throw invincible. So, but it doesn't mean that you want to throw this thing out all the time. Like, it's really tempting because it's pretty quick, man, and it moves him forward. But I get stuffed a lot, man. If you're throwing out any type of normal attack, man, Leo just gets beat by it. So you don't want to just throw this out like a maniac. And like I said, same with his command forward kick. This thing, man, it gets beat out a lot too, because it's got a lot of startup frames on this thing too. So anyways, when you're close to the opponent, like really close, you want to use punch, crouching punch, because this is a 5-frame startup. This is his fastest normal. So you don't want to go like, when you're up close, you don't want to go like this, man. You want to go like this. And then go into the Rekkas. And when you're far away, you can go, you know, straight into it like that if you want to poke them like this. But the biggest, like, the ultimate goal with Leo, the ultimate goal, is to stay beside the opponent in back stance and maintain it for as long as possible. That is the ultimate goal with Leo. So you'll notice that all these combos I'm showing, they all end up with him in back stance next to the opponent. Every single one of them, because that's what you want to do. Because you don't really want to, like, are some more damaging combos, of course, but some don't let him end with back stance. And then, like I said, his neutral game is pretty bad. You don't want to lose that opportunity just to get the damage right away, you know what I mean? Like, when you get in these mad resets, you'll kill the opponent really fast, man. It's just keeping it that's the hard part. Okay, guys, before we move on, I just want to show, like, a quick block screen example here, too. Because I'm showing you guys, like, hitting the opponent, but I need to show you guys if he blocks, too. So, when the opponent is blocking, when you go like this, you're basically losing your momentum right away, especially if he's using barrier, and you'll slowly go further and further away. One thing you can do to maintain that position is instead of going kick slash heavy slash, you can go kick slash and then the command normal forward kick, and that keeps you closer towards the opponent. And then after that, you could just try another kick again. So you go like this, and then go after him that way. And it looks kind of funny when the computer is blocking like this, but trust me, it'll help you maintain that pressure a little bit. And like, you don't really want to end into that heavy slash. Like I said, you really do lose that momentum. And if you just can confirm off the close slash, you can do like a jump cancel, for example, go like this, and mix up the 1 hit or 2 hits, for example. And then, you know, just maintain that pressure. And if he doesn't block, it's still combo, so that's no problem too. So you can still go like this. See? Still works. And if you're lucky too, if it's a counter hit, it staggers him, right? Just don't abuse this move too much, but it's good to just maintain the pressure. Also, guys, don't forget to mix your jumping dust, like your dive kick, because then you just need as many ways as possible to get in. So, like if you're mixing this in, you can go like this. Just be creative with it, because it is kind of tricky. I wouldn't abuse it that much, because like I said, if you position it wrong and it's not like at the toes, not at the toes, like any other dive kick from Street Fighter, you're really minus, man. And then I don't know, I have problems comboing to it myself. Remember, if you do it really high, it whiffs entirely. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I'll show you his bread and butter. Let me show you anti-air. So let's get this dummy jumping here. And if I'm saying these like commands for these combos too quickly, I'll put annotations on the screen or something for you guys. So don't worry about it if I'm saying it too quickly. So this one, you want anti-air combo will be like something like this. And that combo was command normal, so it's forward punch into close slash, into jumping slash, 2 hits, into a double jump, kick, heavy slash, core circle forward, heavy slash. That is just brain dead easy. You can also just go into the command normal like this, forward punch, and just go straight into the jump. Because sometimes, if you do it too early, see, it'll whiff. You don't want that to happen, man. And that's happened sometimes too. If you jump the gum, and then, like, you know, he jumps too fast, right? So just go something like this. See, just brain dead easy. Because once again, you're not losing that much damage, man. You want to get that back stance in. So don't worry about it. Okay, that's anti-air. One thing I should remind you guys, in the corner, when you do your normal combo into Rekkas, the Rekkas do not cross up. So don't forget that. So you can't do 2, for example. You can't go like this. You won't be into back stance. He only goes in the back stance when the core circle forward heavy slash crosses him up. That's the only time he goes in the back stance. So keep that in mind. So in this situation, but it's not so bad. You can still go into back stance beside him. So you just go like this. You just hold down heavy slash and you're right into back stance. No problemo. So don't worry about that. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so like I said, there's nothing really too much as combos. I show you guys the kick. I show you guys the crouch punch if you're too close. Also, yeah, you can use crouching kick to get a low. You guys want to mix in your lows too, right? And if your opponent is blocking too much, so you can go crouching kick into the Rekkas. If your opponent's blocking too much, you want to mix in your dust every now and then too, just to make sure he's not sleeping. So you can go like, you know, into dust. Just punch, kick, dust. And you can go for that quick overhead. And that's the thing too, like, when Leo's in his normal stance, he doesn't have an overhead. And that kind of sucks. Besides the dust, of course. Okay, speaking of dust, let's go over his dust combo. So it's dust, and then you go heavy, heavy, kick, slash, 2 hits, jump, kick, heavy, into core circle forward, heavy slash. So it'll go like this. And I think that's the trial combo too. So that puts him right beside the opponent too. Okay, so let me go over some backstance combos. So this will be the most important part of Leo's game. So let's just say we start from here. So 3 really basic mix-ups. We want a low mix-up, a high mix-up, and of course the unblockable one. So first thing you should do, what I like to do, is you go kick, punch, kick, slash into Rekka. So you go like this. So what this does is it checks the opponent if he's blocking that low right away, because this is really fast. The standing kick hits low, remember. The standing kick also is throw invincible, so don't worry about getting thrown out of it. And the standing punch is also throw invincible, so don't worry about that too during the startup frames. So, for example, you can check the opponent if it's blocking low and constantly go like this. Like that. And you can just keep doing it over and over again if he's not blocking low. Same thing if you complete the 3 Rekkas. You see what I guys mean? Like, no matter what, you're trying to keep them in that same situation over and over again. So some people like to go just kick, like, I'll show you right here. They'll go kick, punch, slash, like this. You could do that too. There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing though is that I like to squeeze in that second kick, just in case, because the next setup is going to be kick into overhead. And some people, they have that habit of blocking low for the first hit, they recognize it, and then they'll immediately block up. So that's why I like to squeeze in a second kick, so that if they are doing that, then the second kick will come in, and then I'll go straight into the Rekka anyways, right? So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Alright, so like I said before, the second thing we're going to do now is we're going to go into kick into overhead. So kick into heavy slash like this. And you notice it chains. This is a very hard to block, especially if the opponent doesn't know anything about Leo. When this connects, you want to go into slash. It's a link though. So this is something you got to practice. It's not that hard of a link, but you will drop it sometimes. Like, I love to double tap this, so I'm using pad, but I'd say it feels like a 3-frame link. It feels like it. And then you just start over the combo again, so something like this. Whoops. See, back into it again. So something like that, guys. See how much damage that does if you keep resetting them? And that's pretty damn hard. You can also, like, if you want to mix it up, you can just go straight into the overhead like this. If they get into the habit of blocking down then up, for example, then you could just go straight into overhead. But you might get thrown out of it, so just keep that in mind too. So that's just a variation, guys, showing if you want to finish the Rekkas. Okay, guys, so, and then the third one is when you guys want to mix in that unblockable. So you go like this, and then you want to do something meaty, so I go kick slash, and boom, like that. Remember, that move is unblockable. If they get hit by it, they get launched up, and it's also an overhead. I think I said before it wasn't overhead. It is an overhead. It's an unblockable overhead. So usually if you're going to hit them, they're going to be crouching, of course. So it'll be like this. Like that. And then you knock them up, right? And then you can do your combo. Oh yeah, so that combo is kick slash, and then jumping slash 2 hits, jumping, double jumping, kick, heavy slash, core circle forward, heavy slash. If they block it though, it puts them to the stagger. But the problem is that you probably won't have enough time to continue that combo. 1 second, guys. There we go. So something like this. See, it's hard. Like, I'm trying to squeeze in that kick, but I'm missing it. See, I got him there, but like I said, if he's that's without mashing, right? So what you want to do in that situation is just RC it. So you go like this, and then you can do your combo. Like that. Let's see here. So you got your unblockable setup. And like I said, the way to set up the unblockable setup is like you gotta do something meaty. So either just go straight into slash into the unblockable, or go like, you know, kick into it, something like that. Don't just do it raw, because man, this thing, look how much startup it has. You can get thrown like through this no problem, man. Or just if he's just sticking out a punch or something when he's panicking, he'll hit you for sure. So when the opponent's panicking, and he will be panicking, you want to mix in your dust, which is your counter. So you go like this, and just mash on it. And if he's pressing buttons, it'll knock him right up, and then you do your combo. And then your combo is just, it's really simple. You can't do much from it without RCing it, but I'll show you. You can go like that. Or you go like that. And the first one was slash into core circle backslash, and the second one was slash into heavy slash. That's it. Not much you can do, honestly. But don't forget too to when you do the counter, to see if you're still in back stance or not. See how you maintain the back stance? So just keep that in mind too, guys. Okay, so now we got our low setup, we got our high setup. Oh yeah, one thing to remind you guys about the high, if they're crouching, they don't go back as far, so you can do 2 loops of it. Like that, and then you can go into the Rekkas. Like that, see what I mean? So if you see them crouching, just know you can do a lot more damage that way. And like, they're gonna be crouched if they get hit by it in the first place anyways. Okay, so we have our 3 easy setups. Now this is how you mix it up. It's really simple. All you gotta do is just change it. For example, one thing you can do is just dash. Like this. Dash to the other side, so he has to block the other way. Or you can just do a kick and then dash. So you can go like this. Kick, dash. And then do one of the 3 setups, right? Trust me, it's gonna get confusing for them if they have to block like this forever. Like that. Or you can just go kick into dash and then kick into dash again if you're feeling crazy. Like that. See what I mean? And then if they're crazy at blocking, and then you finally just give them like this, and you mix in that unblockable, right? So that's the basic idea, right? The most important thing is just don't forget, you gotta keep them, you gotta keep your back turned right next to them as long as you possibly can, and then the match will just simply end if you can do that. The trick is just to get a read on your opponent and see how he's reacting to your mix-ups. If you see that he's hitting you out of your mix-up, he's punching you, then you gotta mix in your counter more often, right? You gotta mix this in to make him afraid of it. If he's blocking a lot of your overheads, you gotta mix in the low, right? You gotta keep changing it up. If you want, you can just keep testing and keep doing the same thing, right? If he's not blocking it, then just keep doing the same setup over and over again, right? Until he learns, and then adjust it accordingly. I think that's it, guys, for basic bread and butters without RCs. Like, there's also, like, if you go in, jump in, you go like this. That's just an air dash, kick, heavy slash into core circle forward, heavy slash. But I don't, like I said, I don't recommend just jumping and dashing with Leo. It's hella, like, telegraphed. Like, I would prefer going dash into jump, because when you dash and jump, you carry, see how he just jumps normally, like this? If you dash jump, he carries the momentum, and he jumps further like this. And then you still got that double jump, so you have, like, you know, one chance to mix up the opponent kind of thing. And don't forget you can jump cancel these guys. Slash, kick, like this. And, like, it seems really silly when I show you guys this, but trust me, you need all you can get, man. And don't forget about his jumping dust as well. his dive kick move. Okay, so let me show you guys some RC combos to get in a little bit more damage here. So one is when you finish the Rekka, so let me show that. So that was doing your all 3 Rekkas, and then you go close kick, close slash, jumping slash, 2 hits, double jump, kick, heavy slash, core circle forward, heavy slash. And once again, you notice that I end up in the back stance. It's a really simple combo, man. You can't mess it up. If you really don't want to mess it up, just go into slash, like this. Whoa! Oh, actually, it's good that I dropped that, because some of you guys have been asking about those gray numbers in the combos. All that means is that my combo shouldn't have comboed. It means they could have flipped out of it, because like in Marvel 3, when a combo drops, the opponent just flips out. But in Guilty Gear, in most anime fighters, they have to manually flip out by pressing a button. So the gray just means that he could have recovered out of it. Do I have the recovery on? Stun recovery? No, just recovery. So, see if I can recreate it a little bit here. See how he flipped out like that? That's all it meant. If I would have continued the combo, and like it just shows because I didn't have it on. And there's also like an X on the bottom of the number 2, and it tells the exact hit of the combo they could have flipped out of. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. Man, I should have had that on in the first place. Sorry, guys. Okay, so like I said, that's a good way to just add some more damage and still maintain that back stance. And then the air core circle forward heavy slash, this move, you can actually RC the second hit of it and then go right into a normal bread and butter. So you can go something like this. Oh, that was not deep enough. Like this. But I like to go straight into the dust. So you can go something like this. That might drop, actually. You can adjust it. Let me think for a second. Okay, I think I know what to do. Oh, I didn't even think that would hit. There we go. So I just ignored the kick and the double jump. So that was, after you RC, you go dust, and then you go heavy, heavy, slash, 2 hits, heavy, core circle forward, heavy slash. And then once again, you're back where you started. Don't forget, if you want to get fancy, don't forget you can't dust them in the air twice. So you can't, like, for example, you can't go like this. Oops. Sorry guys, 1 second here. See, you can't launch them twice like that. So just keep that in mind if you guys want to go like, you know, showboating or whatever. Okay, so likewise, if they're in the corner, don't worry, you can still do that exact really easy combo. So you can go like this. So, same combo, no problem. In the corner though, you want to delay your kick just a little bit though, because you might hit them too high. It's kind of weird, you're kind of like pushed away further when they're in the corner like that. So, don't forget about that. And then you just do the same variation, man. There's so many you can do. You can do it after a crouching dust, like this. It's just, I'm doing the same combo every time, man. You can go after a throw. Like, I dumb my combos down on purpose because I know that the main part of my damage is from the resets anyways. So there's also the flash kick too. If you do the flash kick, don't forget, this thing's got a lot of invincibility, man. So you guys will be using this reversal a lot. So you can go like this. Combo look familiar? See, I just do it for everything, man. And I keep that back stance. Let's see here. Another thing you can RC is the Berserker Slash, so core circle forward heavy slash. If you want to gimmick someone, go like that. Because, like I said, if you go like this, you can't combo after it. It does put you in a good position anyways, though. But, you know, if you want to go into a full combo, like this. I think you want to, like, if you want to do a punish combo, it's slash heavy slash. So just like this, it'll do a lot more damage. It won't scale as bad. So you can go like this. Like that. If you want to, like, I don't want to just do it raw. Like, remember, I explained before, like, I don't really like the idea of people using this move a lot because it's kind of gimmicky right now because people are not used to Leo, but you can throw this thing on reaction, no problem. It's really easy. You have all, like, even when he crosses Soul up, he can throw him too. You can totally see it. But if you want to go for this move, at least, like, do some hit stun, you know what I mean? Go like something like that, slash into it. So that would be at least a little bit better. So in general, just, like, you know, mix up all these combos together. So just combine them all like this. See what I mean, guys? Like, that's basically like Leo in a nutshell right there, man. That's like a typical match for him. Okay, so let's talk about his neutral game a little bit, or lack thereof. Okay, let's talk about full screen first. Now remember, the ultimate goal is to stand beside the opponent in back stance and maintain it. So when we're full screen like this, obviously there's not much we can do. Our Rekkas don't go full screen, and the biggest thing people are going to do is they're going to do their Sonic Boom, the heavy slash version. Because if they're dealing with other projectiles, this will straight out beat it. You can YRC it if you want. If you want to get him to bait and then you go for the anti-air if he jumps over it, or if you just want to get close for free, you can do that. But I've been saving my meter lately. I haven't been using it a little closer because I feel like it's got to waste. Because you're going to get close to him anyways. So, far screen, projectile, man, that's pretty much it. Another thing you could do, if someone's barraging you, you can go straight into back stance and just reflect it back to him. And you can start getting close once you reflect it. Because remember, his dash is hella fast in back stance. And when you get better with Leo, you're going to have to learn how to just deal with not blocking. And stay in back stance most of the match. Because it's really hard to just try to get this bread and butter combo in all the time. And get close enough to just, you know, dial these in all the time. You can't rely on it forever. Eventually you're going to have to learn to just go with it and just getting close this way. Okay, mid-screen, this is when you want to YRC the projectile more often. I can't keep doing that stupid move by accident. You guys are going to do that a lot too if you're using pad. Just keep doing it, man. So when you're mid-screen with this projectile like this, that's when you can mix this in and go for a cross-up, for example. That's a free way to get in for sure. And if they jump over, once again, you can anti-air them. So you go like this, and then you mix in your overhead and whatnot. Like I said, jumping heavy slash is good range, but it's still not as good as his kick. I already showed you guys that you can jump cancel these moves. When you're up close, remember to use your punch. And the throw too, you can roll and cancel that as well. And you remain in back stance too if you don't have the meter. And you can start mixing them up. One important thing in mid-range, which you guys will be in a lot, is don't forget that his forward heavy slash is plus on block. So this move, it's actually +5. Surprisingly, and you can go right into back stance. So this is something you want to do actually quite often, is you want to mix in like this, and then you go straight into back stance, and then you try to mix them up that way. Or you can go straight into heavy slash like this, and mix them up in mid-range. Now, another bonus to this is that if you get a counter hit, so if you do happen to land a hit, where's the counter? You can actually combo into it. So you go like this. See how it did 2 hits? And you go right into the Rekkas. Whoops. and then you're right into the stance. It's perfect. Same with the forward heavy slash. See? So this is, and it's really easy to confirm too, no problem. Also remember that the first Rekka is kinda safe. I think it's -1. Don't quote me on that though. I'm pretty sure it's -1. So even if you do mess it up and you go something like this, you're relatively safe. Or you can just go like, and then go for the cross up if you want, if you're feeling brave. And that's it, guys. Like, it's, like I said, that's pretty much it. He doesn't have any overhead, so it's really hard for him to open people up, like I said. If they're blocking a lot, you have to sometimes just squeeze in that dust and hope that they're not blocking it. They're crouching, they're sleeping. In the corner too, you can set that up. Like, using this projectile and wire seeing it is really helpful too, because then you can go for that little low kick into the dust game, and that will help you get into that back stance. So, and it's really easy to do in the corner too, so you can go something like this. And then you just launch them if they're blocking, for example, or you can go for the low. Killy does that a lot actually when he plays Leo. He likes to do that a lot. He even does it after the third Rekka, so something like this. And then you can go for that cross up there too. But honestly, once you guys start playing good players and you can't just rely on this whole kick and punch thing, eventually you're going to have to learn to just literally go right into back stance and then go ham, basically. And learning the normals there. Just don't forget that the range on his slash is really nice. It's really good. And it combos, unlike his far slash. So I'm telling you, man, this far slash is the thing that really hurts Leo the most, I think. Is that it doesn't combo into the Rekkas. That really hurts him. So yeah, mix-ups. Show you guys already a couple of mix-ups. Like I said, you just learn to mix it up like this, and then you throw in the dashes, right? And just don't forget, you know, pay attention to the opponent's blocking high, low, and then, or blocking for too long. And if he's mashing buttons, of course you go into the counter. Oh, I forgot to show RC combo with the counter. Let me do that. That's really important because the counter, I feel like it doesn't do enough damage to stop the opponent from mashing buttons. To that same combo that I've been showing you guys for everything. So that's a good, like, you want to do a lot of damage on that counter, man, because you really want to scare them from doing that, because it is annoying when the person just mashes buttons all day and you got to keep doing that stupid counter move over and over again. Another thing you could do is if they're mashing buttons and you don't want to just do counter all day, because the problem with the counter is it kind of if you don't have the RC, it kind of throws you out of the whole back stance thing, and you want to maintain that. So one thing you can do is go something like this and backdash, and then go into heavy slash, because what's going to happen is if he's whiffing, if he's just like pressing a button, this will hit him, and then hopefully you're close enough to land this slash, because you can't like cancel your Rekkas from this, unfortunately, right? But I got it to work a few times, so you can go like that. You can also go straight into your unblockable as well, like this, and then boom, and try to catch him that way, but I can't, it's hard to follow up with something. So that's another way if he's just mashing buttons a lot too, so don't forget about that. What else can I say here? There's also the supers too. If you're at lethal, if you got the guy at lethal, you can end it with a super so he can't burst out of it. Like someone told me in the comments in the video, I forgot to mention that. So you can do that. Like you can also go into like something like this. If he's crouching, this will do a lot of damage. So you go something like that, like, if they're at lethal, once again, you can get some good damage out of that. So they can't burst out of it. So that's pretty much his combos in a nutshell, his basic combos, obviously. I like to do the basic combos, and don't forget, I'm learning the game just like you guys are. So some things to counter Leo if you guys are having troubles against him. Do not forget that you can throw this stupid move. That's one of the biggest things I can tell you, is that always watch for it. Another thing too is when Leo does his mix-up on you, so if he goes like this, just do Blitz Shield, crouching Blitz Shield, and that will, you can get a free combo off him if he's mashing a move, right? So then he has to be scared of of doing it too. So then you don't have to worry if he's going high or low kind of thing, right? So mashing Blitz Shield is good against Leo as well, especially during his gaps. Like if you can see this coming like that, you can Blitz Shield that too. You can even throw his ass. So don't forget about that. Another thing too, I wouldn't really encourage it, but if you're going against a Leo player, test him a little bit and do your quickest normal attack. Even though I told you, that people are gonna be doing it all the time, because a quick normal attack will beat out most of Leo's setups when he's trying to squeeze in that overhead all the time, and that beats out both the unblockable and the heavy slash overhead in his backstands. And then you kind of want to turn the tables, I'd say, on him and make him guess more about what you're doing rather than, the other way around where you're guessing what Leo's doing. And that will help a little bit as well. But what I think is going to help out a lot of players against Leo is the fact that they now know what his normal attacks do. They know that he doesn't have any overheads in his normal stance and what to look for when he's doing his back stance. So just by watching this video, it's going to help you guys a lot against Leo. So you'll kind of know like his little game here, and you want to keep out the back stance. And of course, remember, the back stance, he cannot block or jump out of it. So don't forget that. Unless he does his punch, of course. So I think that is about it. That's pretty much everything I know about Leo and what Killy has taught me. So I'm going to get into some matches here with Leo myself, and then, I'll just show you guys the stuff that I explained and see if I can beat some people at this game. But, guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. I know it's pretty damn long, but I just winged it. Let me know, like, how you guys think about the format of this video. Did you guys like how I did this, where I just do it without a script and just kind of winged it? And just hear me mumbling a lot when I don't remember what to say. Because I want to know in the future too, because this saves me a lot of time. When I do a guide like this, it saves me a ton of time. When I do like the earlier videos, my Street Fighter 4 tutorial, I didn't have a script either. Well, I just had cliff notes basically. I just went over every kind of topic. So if you guys like this kind of style, or you don't mind it, then I'll be using it more in the future, and that way I can pump out some more tutorials. You know what I mean? Get more content out. So I save myself some free time here. But anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you learned something, and encourage you guys to play some Leo. And he's a good start to begin this game. So, peace, guys.